My goodness, I get asked this every day of my career. I get asked this: how to answer questions like, what would you say is your biggest weakness? And this has come through from somebody in the UK, but there are loads of similar questions on Google+. So I know that you will all have different thoughts on this one. I'm going to tackle this first, if that's okay. So I'm not sure who asked this, but I would always start with identifying that you have a weakness. But the first thing that I would say is that a lot of people get told that you should pick a weakness that is also a strength. And I don't know what you guys think, but all interviewers have read that same textbook, you know, answer, and they were once interviewees before, and yeah, basically nobody is that awesome that their weakness makes them more awesome. And if you give that in an interview situation, they will just think it's rubbish and it's nonsense. And well, so I think you should pick something that's genuine, because that level of honesty and truth, because that's why I asked this question. I don't ask this question because I want to know what your weakness is. I'll ask other questions to find that out. I ask this question because I want to know whether or not you're going to be honest with me. I ask this question because I want to know what your level of self-awareness is. So I would always start by, obviously you don't want to say anything too horrendous. I don't know if you guys have ever heard anybody give you a weakness that you just thought, oh my goodness, no, that's not going to work. But I would also always answer with, in the past, I've struggled slightly with. So what you've done is you've instantly put that weakness in the past. In the past, I've struggled slightly with. So you've put the weakness in the past and you've devalued it by saying slightly, struggled slightly with. And then you give the weakness. So maybe it's public speaking. However, I'm fabulous and really, 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 really good at talking to people in small groups of people. So you counteract the weakness with a positive. And then you would give an actual strategy that you have gone through in order to get better. So however, recently I've been working with my mentor Steve, who is really, really good at public speaking, gone on a course, whatever. And then you give a happy story. So you give me an example so the interviewer feels that actually this isn't a big problem. In fact, recently, based on the stuff that I have done and that Steve has taught me, I actually did a presentation to a big group of people at in London, and the feedback, I copied all, you know, did all of my tips. The feedback was brilliant, and yeah, my boss said that he was really, really pleased. So you give me a happy story. So it's still something I'm working on, but I'm getting there. So in the past, I've struggled slightly with, counteract it with a positive. Give me strategies that you've actually done to improve, and then give me a happy story so I feel like, oh, this isn't a problem. Okay, so that level of honesty will get you way, way further than giving me something that's so obviously a strength that I just know that you're just trying to get one over on me. What about you guys? What do you think, Nadine?
I think arrogance is a really horrible quality, so I think honesty is absolutely the key thing, and mitigation, like you're saying. So admit to your faults, but say, yes, but these are the things that I can do, and these are the things I do to mitigate against that. So it may be that somebody is really not terribly confident, like say giving conference papers, doing public speaking, but maybe they're really good at running workshops or doing convocations. So give an alternative, things that you do to mitigate against that weakness.
Fab. This has come through.